NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He takes this for 3 to the 29. 2nd and 7. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Richards. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. It's caught by OBJ. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Call it a pickup of 3 and also now likely a punt on their opening drive.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it is permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They are coming off the game last week, which was a very interesting game, and Charles, ultimately it ended in a tie.
And that's difficult on teams because, let's face it, Brandon, they just don't know how to react. I mean, who does? Did you win? No. Did you lose? No. Because when you win, you jump up and down. Life's good. When you lose, you set your face in that stone look so to show that you weren't hurt. I think it's one of those things at the end of the year you find out just how you're supposed to feel about that tie. Did it help you or hurt you in the standings? Then you'll know what you really should have felt that game.
First down, Prescott. Forced out to his left. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. From the 5, 2nd and 4. Dak's going to keep it. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is right through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. 1 play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb. A gain of 6 there on first. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? What's that? The freshest guys coming off the last game playing a Thursday night. Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Get that quarterback. What do you think?
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And that is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. They'll set up to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. The 49ers are going to turn over the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller. Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Prescott off play action. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker possession.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And the 49ers are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His 3rd. Touchdown now on the... And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now Dallas gets set to take the field. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work.
Oh, Prescott stripped. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing just outside his own goal line. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taking it about the 36. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you've got that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. With them losing here in the second quarter, his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I said just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not 4 verts? One of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. From the 25 on 2nd down, Prescott. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And it's caught. Beckham. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Caught left side, it's Beckham. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Prescott yet again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half. And the clock reads 30 seconds to go, so really not a whole lot of time to speak of. 30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now in into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is a thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this one's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And his kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 27, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete.
They're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Being shaped, and I think the ball's out. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing in football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Steps over. The ball comes out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you get defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
He's across midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
2nd and 6. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Many
different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And the Niners are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Niners add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Point after, right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. That time, a 9-play drive, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. He'll spot it down at the 14-yard line. 3 yards to gain there, second down. On play action, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's third down. Here's Prescott. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Nick Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And now, following the desperation turnover on downs, they're set up with a 1st and goal to go. Now, this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal. They'll drop the throw. Dancing to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 3-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown. Oh, but there is a marker on the field. So now the question, who is this on?
Personal foul, roughing the passer for defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think this team's going to seconds bowling over what the penalty
I don't
would
even
do
know
for
why
them?
they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Prescott's throw complete there to Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
To the air again, Prescott. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting it with a sack, and it brings up third down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Prescott now. And that is incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll throw again. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up the 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5.
Throwing. Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, we got 4 down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Check. Lucky.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no point